Hi guys. Every night as I output my video, then I'll use this time to answer the comments. That's what I think, but then it seems hard time for me to catch up with the comments. And another thing is that my laptop has been getting really slow here. I get some comments saying that, Bobby, why are you mentioning your laptop has issues? Are you trying to be anti-US? Well, let me show you one thing. My battery has bloated. It's very hard to notice on camera, but there is a slight up curve here, and so it's not the table. I can move it and it's no longer stable because the battery has bloated. So what I experienced over the past few months is that it has gotten slower and slower. Usually when I output a video back then it will take about 15-20 minutes, and now it will take 5 hours, just to output a video that is about 20 minutes, 40 minutes, regardless if it is 20 minutes or if it is a 1 hour video. It will take 5-6 hours running at full bore with the fans all blowing hot air. Anyway, first comment, definitely not Apple's problem, maybe user problem. Okay, why in Japan the Toyota Sienna is popular but in Malaysia it's not? I want to buy my wife a new 7-seater, Sienna or BRV. The thing is this, the Sienna is a very JDM product. In Malaysia, no one accept this type of form factor. Remember the Honda Free? That is in the same category as the Toyota Sienna. That was a total flop as well. The thing is Malaysians, we just haven't got to. I think we skipped the part whereby small, practical MPVs in Malaysia, it did not caught on. In Japan, it came out very early, and before the whole SUV craze, it became a form factor that is widely accepted. So in Malaysia, it did not, and then the SUV craze came. But of course, we have our 7-seaters here pretend to be SUVs, right? The BRV, for example. Of course, the BRV has normal doors, which means ingress and egress will not be as easy as the Sienna. To me, the Sienna is a very well-engineered, purpose-engineered 7-seater, whereas the BRV is stretching their platform, trying to see what they can stretch it into. But of course, it's Honda, and they did a very good job. But as a proper 7-seater, the Sienna is a proper 7-seater. But in terms of form factor, Malaysians would prefer the BRV in terms of how normal they look. Alright? But the Sienna is a properly engineered small Japanese MPV. Bobby, which one would you recommend? Kia Cerato with rebate right now, or a used 320i? I'm worried about the maintenance of the BMW. I'm a family guy upgrading from a Myvi. Would love to know your thoughts. Now there are a ton of 320i's out there. You just gotta find one that is well taken care of, not super high mileage, and go in and you will understand that actually it's not as crazy as what people think they are. Okay, my 2012 6 Series has not given me any issues, and modern BMWs are rather reliable. Of course, they're full of sensors, so when they sense something, they will let you know. So when they let you know something, doesn't mean that, oh shit, 10,000 ringgit gone. No, it's to prevent you from further damaging your car. That's why when they sense something, they will let you know. Okay, don't worry about that. Hi Bobby, why I didn't get a notification that you're doing a live stream? I myself didn't even know it's live because I was trying to see, because someone suggested, Bobby, if it's so troublesome to record your response and then output the video, why don't you just do a live? So I went into YouTube's live function, and there's a schedule function there. So I enable the schedule, I put in the time frame which I wanted for the video to come out tomorrow. I set the time, set the date, okay, start, I put it there and I start talking, and I even stood up and adjust the curtain. I wasn't even wearing underwear. Luckily I'm not wearing my underwear, I'm wearing a pair of pants, but I'm not wearing underwear. And then I saw comments started coming out. I'm like, wow, it's really live. So that caught me off guard. Sorry for that. It was havoc. I'm not going to do live stream anymore. I can't catch up with the comments. They're just flying like crazy. Okay. Hi Bobby, I'm a student looking for a 40 to 60,000 ringgit car. I had a look at the Audi A5. Is that a good car? Or the A5 is a good car, but you must get one that the owner has already did the top engine overhaul. See, the A5, the 2010-11 A5, the 2-liter turbo or the 1.8 turbo, I don't think there are a lot of 1.8 around. Most are 2-liter turbos. The engine is fine, alright? But the problem is that the piston rings, the original piston rings, leak engine oil into the combustion chamber. So they burn off engine oil, alright? In a way it's good for lubrication, but the fact is that you will keep noticing the car telling you that you need to top up engine oil. Of course the biggest worry will be oil leak, right? Then you keep topping up engine oil, I mean you just can't go with that. So a lot of owners out there has already taken the bite, paid that 15,000 and get the whole kit and then change the piston rings, do a top overhaul. So a lot of them has done this. So I suggest that when you are looking at A5, request for service records. You must find one with full service records. No matter how nice they mod the car, you know, because there's a lot of wannabes who drive A5. They spend money on modding the car, they don't spend the money on taking care of the car. So you have to find one that has full service records and proof that that person has already done the piston ring, and then you are getting yourself a fantastic deal. Alright, it's a fantastic car. This A5 that was designed by Walter De Silva is timeless. To me, the pre-facelift is prettier than the facelift. Alright, yes, the facelift has that daytime running light, but the pre-facelift design is just so beautiful. Until now, it is the most, if not one of the most beautiful coupes out there. You compare the A5 to the same generation two-door BMW or two-door C-Class, right? The A5 is the prettiest, bar none. Right? It is still a beautiful car. Hi Bobby, have you driven the 208 GTI? Have I? I think I have. I couldn't remember. Second-hand value, 70k. Actually, it hasn't dropped a lot, you know. When it was new, it's like 138. And 70k, you can get a proven, reliable performance hatch, which is a Renault Megane RS. Alright? So it's up to you, but the 208 GTI is a brilliant car as well. Reliability, in terms of records, in terms of past historical records, Peugeots are not as reliable as Renault, but 208 GTI has a manual transmission. I think it should be fine. Even if you have any issues, I don't think it's too big of an issue to fix it. Alright? Bobby, the latest 330i or A250 or Kia Stinger GT line. Dude, go for the Kia. The Kia Stinger is a bit like what? It's a bit, you see, Nissan makes Almeras, right? But they have Silvias, they have Glorias, they have GTRs. To me, I see the Stinger in the same way. It is a car designed with passion, made with passion, and it is an exceptionally beautiful car. I think it will hold its value better than these other two. And out of your three choices, the one that is not worth the price that it is asking for will be the A-Class, right? A250 asking 250, 260,000 is madness. Alright, 330i, yes, it's brand new, it's 3 Series, but it's gonna be everywhere, right? Whereas, and nobody's gonna look at your car when you drive a 3 Series. or A-Class, by the way. You drive a Kia Stinger, you are a man of taste. And it's a bit like a Ford Mustang, huh? Take it as a Korean Ford Mustang, albeit 4-door. Okay, which one is fun? F30 328i or MK7 GTI? Of course, the GTI is more fun. Long distance, both of them can do long distance really well. The 328i is a larger car, so your rear passengers will be more comfortable. You get a proper boot, so long distance 328i, fun GTI. But the 3 Series is rear wheel drive and it has a handbrake lever. You know how much fun you can get in the rain in an empty parking lot with your 3 Series with a handbrake? You can have the kind of fun that people have with their Sagas, with their Viras back then. You know, just drive around, pull the handbrake. It won't do too much damage to your car. You just have a lot of fun. You can't do that in the GTI. You can't do that in Audis. They're all mechanical handbrakes. You can't do that in the previous generation C-Class. No. 3 Series, yes. Alright. Bobby, which used car would you recommend for 30,000 year 2000 onwards? Suzuki Swift, City, Vios, Swift. Even though it's the smallest, the least practical, but I guess when you're asking like this, you're not getting married yet. You don't need a family car yet per se. Get the Suzuki Swift. When you get married, when you need a family car, maybe get a used Camry or something. Alright? Clevo makes higher spec laptops. I'll search it. Thank you so much. I learned so many laptop brands in one day. Alright? I'm driving a lot as I do sales. I'm thinking of buying the Mazda CX-30, or should I consider the XC40? Volvo a bit high maintenance compared to CX-30, but I love the XC40. So if you love the XC40 and you can afford the XC40, go for it. Go for it. Maintenance is, you pay the VSA, 5 years is all included. Maybe now they'll give the VSA for free, so you get free maintenance. Alright? No, it's not high maintenance, it's alright. If you can afford it, get the XC40. It's a more enjoyable car. It's a much larger car than the CX-30, and you get wonderful seats, wonderful interior, wonderful interface, the integration with your Spotify, your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay and all that is just fantastic, right? It drives really well, it handles really well, it's a damn good looking car. Reward yourself, get the car that your heart wanted and you can afford, because this is not a ridiculous car. It's not like, for me, my heart says I want a GTR to do sales. Come on. Bro, you know, it's a practical car. Okay? Hi Bobby, thinking of buying an SUV, 2.2 diesel Freelander, or the 2017 Sportage GT all-wheel drive. Wow, damn weird, man. Thinking to pass my Infiniti QX50 to my wife. You have a QX50, yeah? You have a QX50? Wow. No joke. Wait, you're not from Malaysia, is it? Are you from Singapore? Please tell me, because I can't judge the kind of cars that you own based on Malaysia. Oh, is that the old QX50? You also very daring, huh? A small crossover, CX-30 size crossover, but then it's a 3.7 liter engine. You are a man of hardcore taste, way. Quite weird, huh? You have a QX50, and then you're thinking of buying a 2.2 diesel Freelander or a Kia Sportage, all-wheel drive diesel. It's a decent, it's a nice car. Kia and Hyundai, they make nice cars. In fact, I always think Kia makes better cars than Hyundai. If you didn't know, Hyundai owns shares in Kia. They share platform, share engine, but Hyundai engineers are not allowed to peek at what Kia is doing. Kia is not allowed to peek at what Hyundai is doing. Quite interesting. this Freelander. My God, this Freelander has been around for how long? For 2006 to 2014. Man, it's a good looking Freelander, but and it's a nice car to drive, but wow. These are the kind of cars that very rarely people would ask, you know. You really like SUVs, huh? Oh, 88,000. Hey, that's a nice price for a rather good looking car. 2017 Kia Sportage. Wow, the price so tahan ah. Hey, 3 years already, right? Still selling for what, 100k, 90k. That's a rather high price for Kia Sportage. Personally, of course, I prefer the looks of the Freelander. The Kia Sportage. Oh, the interior. Get the Freelander. Alright. I cannot tahan the looks of the Kia Sportage. It's like too many people want to add things onto the car. It makes the car having so many things all over the car. Alright. Hi Bobby. Polo 1.6 and a 1.2 TSI. How different is their performance? Well, when I test drive the 1.2 TSI Polo, I was chasing a Porsche Cayenne on the highway at 190 km/h, and then the Porsche Cayenne let me go. MPI, a bit more difficult, huh? I would go for the 1.2 TSI anytime. Alright, Bobby, I'm torn between the CX-5 2.5 Turbo, Recon NX. I thought I answered this question. How come got repeated question, or different people having the same queries? Maybe CX-5 2.5 Turbo, or a 2015 Lexus NX, or a 2017 Harrier 2-liter turbo. The Harrier and the NX are the same cars essentially, and at this price point, which is about 200,000, and both are Recon, they will adjust the mileage and all that, and you love the looks of the CX-5, you like the space of the Harrier, you like the soundproofing and refinement of the NX. Actually, the NX soundproofing, is it that big? Is it that far off from the CX-5? It's not, you know. The CX-5 is very quiet. But of course, in terms of rear seats, both the Harrier and NX is just brilliant. Alright. Any other SUVs around this price range that have slipped my radar? Again, 210k, if I'm not wrong. Ta-da! 2016. Ooh, let's try 2018 BMW X3. 2018, 220k, within your budget. Go for the X3. Alright, it is a much more modern car than the other three. Actually, the CX-5, yes, but then the CX-5 comes from a different background, put it that way, right? And yeah, the X3 is a brilliant car. I think you can find an XC60 as well. Alright, I drive a Mazda 2, considering to change my rim to 16-inch. Should I spend thousands above, drive for another 2-3 years, or upgrade to a new Mazda 3, suffer loan again, or sell the Mazda 2, top up 80,000 and get a BMW F30 or Audi A4? Thanks. I have settled my loan earlier. Huh? You settled your loan already? Sell it now. Sell it now. Why continue to drive the car when you already paid off the car. If you already paid off the car, that car is a chunk of cash that is being reduced every month for any potential new car that you might buy, right? If you finish paying off your car, immediately trade your car for something else. I mean, if you're still looking for upgrades lah, don't sit on your car. You sit on it, right, the value will just go down, go down, go down, go down. And yeah. Mazda 3 or Altis and suffer loan again. Why call it suffer, right? Get the car you wanted, right? You put there 3 Series or A4, get the car you wanted. You have a chunk of cash for you to be a down payment, right? Hi Bobby, would like to get your news on the Cerato Forte. I think I get a lot of questions on this car, the 2019 Kia Cerato. I'm amazed. See Hyundai, more people asking Kia than Hyundai. Very few people ask Hyundai. Why? Cerato, I mean, it's a bargain. It is a C segment car being sold at the B segment price, alright? But of course, Honda outspec everybody with their cars. But still, this is a big car. I have no qualms with Kia. I like their cars. I like their design. I like their build quality. I like their stuff. Sometimes it's just that their designs are not consistent. Yeah. Hi Bobby, I think it's just your bloated battery. I hope so. This stupid laptop cost me 15,000 ringgit. Not even a top spec or whatever, you know, an old laptop, just a reasonable upgrade from my 2012 MacBook Pro, and it's 15,000, and 1.5 years later it's like a piece of shit. Screw you, Tim Cook. Hi Bobby, I would like to hear your opinion if I have a 200k budget to get a convertible. Initially I'm thinking of getting the MX-5 ND, but I'm worried about wind noise. Now I'm open to Z4. If your budget is 200k, budget. Ile. Lagi ile. I'm sorry. Now I was trying to. Do you mind to stretch a little bit? 200-ish. This is the last year you can get a loan for this car. It's a Porsche Boxster Spider, very rare spec Spider. So it's not a regular Boxster. It's a Spider. And 2010. This is the last year you can get a loan for this car. If you buy this at 200k versus you buy an MX-5 at 200k or a BMW Z4 at 200k, this will hold its value like mad. It will hold its value like crazy. You can drive this car until it's a cash buy. You can still ask for 160, 170 grand. And given that this is a Spider, you might be able to just keep the price at 200k. That's it, 200k, 200k, 200k. You're not letting go below 200k because it's a Spider. Is rare. Alright. As for your choice, in terms of wind noise and all that, I don't think that the Z4, the E89 Z4, is that significantly better than the MX-5. And in a way, if you want a sports car, you want some noise. If you want it to be exceptionally quiet, then you don't get that sports driving experience, right? You want your car to have some noise. Yeah. But if the budget is the same, I will go for a MX-5 ND versus a Z4, because the Z4 is there are 2009, 2010 Z4s being sold at 90, 100k, and then of course some are 2014, so they're asking about 200k and all that, right? But it's going to go there one day. Whereas the MX-5 ND RF, they are all at 200, 230,000. Oh, your budget is around there. You get the NDRF if you want to, and or the Boxster, but the Boxster will be a 10-year-old car lah. So MX-5 ND then. I don't think you have any other choices, provided you're ready to. Provided you opt for a 4 Series, 435i Cabriolet. No, it's a hardtop, a convertible. I call hardtops convertible. I call soft tops Cabriolet. It's just my own differentiation. All right. Hi Bobby, 535i. I think I answered this question already, right? Why do they seem that they just repeat and repeat again? 535i F10 Recon versus Lexus GS350. 2014 535i, it will be 180,000, bro. And then the Lexus GS 2014 as well, 3.5 liter, it will be that kind of price. Why don't you get an M5? M5 is about 180, 190,000 if you're able to find one. And because it's an M5, yes, you're paying more road tax, but your road tax helps you negate your depreciation. Whereas if you pay 180, 190,000 for an F10 535i, you already know that there are 2010, 2009 F10 535i being sold for 90k. That means you have another 90,000 to depreciate in the next 4 years, right? So why don't you just get an M5? You buy at 180k now. 4 years later, you sell at 180k. Another 3 years later, maybe you sell at 160k, and it sort of stays there because it's an M5. All right. Don't look at the previous M5, the E60 5 liter. 5 liter people cannot accept the road tax. All right. 4.4, yeah, slightly better, I guess. Twin turbo, yeah. Mazda 6 2 liter, is it worth getting? Yes, it is worth getting. Is the engine reliable? It is very reliable. Expensive to maintain? No. Nope. 2015, have they facelifted the car? 2015 Mazda 6 is which one? I think it's the year where Mazda facelifted the Mazda 6. Don't get the first batch. The first batch Mazda 6 when it first came out, and then very quickly they facelifted. If the one that you're looking at is the facelift one, go get it. It has a different sarong, it has a different interior. Get the facelift one. The pre-facelift one, there is some design errors with the interior, so you get a lot of noise. And Japanese, they decided to just change the interior, change the whole construction, the way it is constructed. They just change it. Alright, get the facelift one, the first facelift, beautiful. Mini JCW or BMW 1M, bro. If you're able to find a 1M, now I don't think this is a serious question. 1M is like a collector's item already. Before while it is still being eligible for bank loan, it is already a collectible. So 1M is like what, 350,000 ringgit is if you're able to find one. BMW 1M, I don't think you'll be able to find one. People collecting it already, straight up. Tak ada lah. No lah. Cannot find lah. No lah, people snap it up, bro. No such thing. No. That. No. It will always be the 1M, bro. Have a look at Illegia. Oh, local brand for laptop customization. Alright, cool. I'll look for it. Thanks. Hi Bobby, should I go for a Civic 1.5 or a new A-Class sedan? Get the Civic. It's a better car. See, I'm not against Mercedes-Benz. And the A-Class, the new A-Class hatchback is brilliant. It's a lot better than the previous A-Class. Even the previous A-Class is a decent sporty hatchback. But to make the new A-Class into a sedan, on the side view it looks like some B segment car. Oh, it's a horrible way to join the Mercedes-Benz family, put it that way. At least a Mercedes van has more heritage than a Mercedes A-Class sedan. I cannot accept the A-Class sedan. It looks like crap. A-Class hatchback, go ahead. A-Class sedan, no. It's just not what it is, you know. It's so pretentious. It's like a Aston Martin Signet, you get me? It's like if you ask me, Bobby, should I buy the Toyota IQ or the Aston Martin Signet? If you buy the Toyota IQ, people will say you are cool. You buy the Aston Martin Signet, people will ask you, did you mod the car yourself? You know, Mercedes stands for better things. Leave that first experience of a Mercedes-Benz. At least you can go for their sporty hatchbacks or their C-Class. You know, when you buy an A-Class hatchback, you're telling people that you want a hatchback. But when you buy an A-Class sedan, you're telling people that you cannot afford a C-Class sedan. You get what I mean? There's a huge difference in that. Hi Bobby, any advice? Fun used car, budget 50,000-60,000. Willing to spend another 10k for wear and tear. 2014, 2015. You don't even need 10k for wear and tear. 50,000-60,000 fun car. So recent, 2014, 2015, and yet so low a price, 50-60k, and you want a fun car. That means it has to be a brand that has crap resale value. And let's look at Volkswagens. But 2014, I don't think Volkswagens are that bad, right? Their resale value. 2014 Volkswagen. Okay, you get a Passat. Not really fun. I mean, it's a nice handling car. Passat handles better than the A4 of the same generation. You want a fun car? Volkswagen, 40 grand. Wow, shit ton of polos. Blah 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 blah. Polo. Jetta. Oh, Passat. There are so many Passats out there. You can snap one up for 40 over 1,000, and they handle rather well. Jetta is fun. Jetta is a fun, smaller car than the Passat, but both handles really well. Polo GTI, bro. 2014 Polo GTI, 40 plus thousand. Go get the Polo GTI. It's a very fun car to drive. Alright. Hi Bobby, I'm planning to get a used car, Mazda 3, Honda Accord 2016, and the BMW 316i. Which is the best car and reliable? Reliable, of course, will be the Honda and the Mazda 3. And 316, I didn't hear much issues with it either. So if you put the 316 there, maybe that's the car you want. You can go for it, but not very powerful lah, 130 over horsepower, but it has other redeeming, you know. But if you want reliability, it has to be either the Mazda 3 or Honda Accord Honda Accord D segment car. Yeah. But ask yourself this: 3 months down the road, when you're driving the Honda Accord, when you see a BMW F30 roll by, will you think, will you think that? If you will, then you get the 3 Series. Alright. Why you have to make your video so long? It's not on purpose. I'm just trying to cover the comments. If all of you don't comment, if I have no viewers, then my video will be very short. Hi Bobby, is it okay to get a second-hand hybrid car from Toyota or Lexus that's about 8 years? You pick the year where they stop protecting your battery. Actually, tell me a price range lah, then I can recommend something else, right? Let's say 8-year-old 2012 Lexus CT 200H. That's what you're asking. So your budget is about 50,000 ringgit. 50,000 ringgit. 8 years is about time where some of them started having issues where you need to replace the hybrid battery, so not recommended. If it is 8 years old, But if your budget is about 50,000, there's a lot of cars that you can buy. No, 50,000. 2,000. Ew, that's the old one. Oh, the Sky Active Mazda 3. You can pick one up for about towards the end of 50,000. Right? No point getting a hybrid car that is 8 years old, and you might bomb yourself with a hybrid battery. Alright. E63 or RS6 Avant. Now, I've owned an Audi S4 Avant, right? Actually, to me, when I told my wife, hey, I want to get the RS6 Avant, she did ask me this question: how big of a difference is the RS6 Avant versus the S4 Avant? Not as big as a difference between an E63, right? So the problem with the E63 is that the previous 5.5 W212, I'm not interested. This new one is brilliant. It's a mad car, but the fact that it doesn't have a proper footrest calls it off for me. So in terms of whether the car is exciting and all that or not, I think the E63 is very exciting, but it's not as comfortable as the RS6. So yeah, that's why I bought the RS6 Avant. Blah 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 blah. Hi Bobby, Dalgona coffee tip. Alright, I think, have I finished? Oh, I finished the comments? Oh, shit ton just load up. Oh my god. Okay. Hi Bobby, use RX8 or brand new Myvi. I'm a fresh grad looking for my first car. Now, the RX8, you need to really take care of the car. Alright, but it's worth your money. That means you're buying cash. RX8, I don't think you can get a loan anymore. It is a brilliant car. It's undervalued. The value will go back up, I believe. You will protect its value, but you need to take care of the engine. You need to get one that the engine hasn't blown up yet, the apex seals and all that, and then rigorously top up engine oil. There's no way out of that. You need to top up your engine oil. It was designed to consume engine oil to protect the apex seals, to protect your engine from exploding. So if you protect it well, take care of it well, always check your engine oil level, always top up engine oil, it is a fantastic car. Get the RX8. Salute your courage, Mati Sodan Raja Sega. Please get the RX8, please. Oh, you mentioned Myvi. Yeah, please get the RX8. Okay. Is it just me or Bobby Young has the best Q&A which are long format? Oh, okay, thank you. Hi Bobby, plan to go for the Mercedes GLC 250. Any advice? Get it. Out of Mercedes, all their current new models, right? I think one of their most accomplished one is the GLC 250. See, it is the same platform as the C-Class, which doesn't have a proper footrest. But because it's an SUV, the sitting position is slightly different. You don't need to always stretch your legs all the way to the end of the footwell. You know, you're sitting higher up, so you can put your feet on the floor. So that part, the sitting position negates the fact that it doesn't have a proper footrest. So the GLC 250 is a proper, nice, damn good looking SUV. And then Mercedes made it uglier with the facelift. Oh, it's a beautiful SUV. And it's a 250, you get the keyless entry, you get all that lovely car. If it is a 200, you don't get keyless entry, and then your headlamp just reminds people of UNICEF. Alright. Hi Bobby, I have an E90 2010 and an E60 2008. Woohoo! I'm thinking of changing the E90 to an Audi S5, get a lot more power, or a CLA 250. Both are around 2015. Which one is better in performance and comfort? No doubt the Audi S5 would beat the CLA 250 in every way, in comfort, in build quality, in performance, in all that. Fuel consumption will be higher lah, but if you are used to BMW handling, especially you came from an E90, if you are used to BMW handling, you might not be used to. It depends. Are you the kind of guy who always go mountain road driving? Because it's only on mountain road driving that BMW's superiority presents itself. If it's on highway cruising, normal going Sepang highway, big bend, 160, 170, those kind of driving conditions, Audis are superior to BMWs. Okay? You can drive an Audi and properly align your tires and all that. You can drive it at 240 km/h. You can take your hands up. Your car will just be bullet train straight. Alright, that's the beauty with Audis. Day-to-day driving, they are better. Mountain road, BMW. Okay. Would you consider adding a segment into your video description? Seriously, bro, because I'm going through the comments like this, after I download the video out from my camera, right, I don't even know what I talk about in that video. I myself have to watch the video and, oh, I mentioned this car, okay. Oh, I mentioned this car. Sorry, I can't go through a 1 hour video and plot the timeline into the comments so that you can click. If I do that, right, I need 1 week to do one video. So, sorry, you just don't try to click where to find what. No, just, we are all in the MCO now, sitting at home, right? You can just sit there and watch, like I'm chatting with you. If your other hand is free, you can do something. You get benefits, right? You're looking at cars, and then, shit, man, I'm suggesting people to look at me and wank. Sorry, don't. Hi Bobby, I plan to buy a used car for a 20 to 30,000 ringgit budget, cash buy. Should I go for a 6-cylinder BMW or a Japan old monster Subaru? Or should I stick to a peace of mind car for balik kampung, blah 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 blah. See this, he says he's a B40, but he's buying a car at 30,000 cash buy. Bro. Actually, 20-30,000, there is a fantastic car to buy. A Caldina GT4, Toyota Caldina GT4 Turbo. Buy the one with the turbo. You say you need to balik kampung, it's a freaking wagon, right? It has 4-wheel drive, 2-liter turbo, brilliant car. Get the Caldina Turbo. Of course, if you've got a Subaru Forester turbocharged one, it's a brilliant car as well. But in terms of looks and all that, Caldina GT4. Alright? Hi Bobby, what's your favorite Alfa Romeo? Since you have mentioned before, how come I felt these questions pop up again? 3 hours ago cannot be, or 3 hours ago is 10 o'clock, cannot be. Is YouTube joking with me or what? It's weird. My favorite Alfa Romeo model. I hope there's one with rear-wheel drive and Busso engine and inbound disc brakes. So it's the Zagato Exact. Yeah, that's the only one that fits the bill of having everything that I like into an Alfa Romeo. But of course, if it is a Brera, it will be good, but Brera is front-wheel drive. Alright. Yeah, I think I sort of finished the questions. Thank you so much, and till next day.